This week on the StressLess Camping RV podcast, we want to help you save money.
Or spend money.
We get a lot of Black Friday notifications of all sorts of RV related products and services. So today we're going to share those with you.
We have this week's podcast along with the notes and all the stories that go with the episode, along with all these Black Friday deals, discounts, helpful tips, and more at our home on the web at StressLessCamping.com.
We sure do appreciate your likes and shares. Thank you for joining us for episode 335.
StressLess Camping. I'm Tony.
I'm Peggy.
And we're two RV industry veterans who travel part-time
in a Rockwood Mini Light,
looking to share big adventures and help you with great tips,
tricks,
and discounts.
We are still separated, not separated. Let's not say it that way. We're still recording from separate locations, and somehow 600 miles causes a delay. So if we sound like we aren't listening to each other, it's because we can't hear each other somehow.
Yeah, it's funny because we've used this same tool repeatedly, and we even just recorded another podcast as guests, and it was fine. But when we record with just one another, I don't know what in the wide world of sports is happening. Yeah, it's lousy.
Something's weird.
Yeah, tech. Gotta love it, right?
Well, next week we'll be back together and we won't have this problem anymore.
Right. That will be good.
Yeah, for lots of reasons.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I saw a post this week on one of the various social media places where somebody bought brand new tires at a tire store, and then not long thereafter they had a blowout, and they were Goodyear Endurance tires, but it ended up that those tires were 7 years old when they bought them.
They sold 7-year-old tires?
They sold 7-year-old tires. You might find that, if a tire store doesn't sell a whole lot of travel trailer tires, or just doesn't sell a whole lot of tires in any specific size, they might be sitting on them for a good long time.
Sure.
The general recommendation is to replace your tires at about 5 years. So clearly, these had been sitting in a warehouse for longer than that.
Yikes.
So if you are buying new tires, or you just want to look at the tires that are on your RV, there's a whole podcast we did with Goodyear. It's podcast episode 86. And one of the things we share is how to know when your tires were manufactured. And if you're buying new tires, before they put them on your RV, ask to see the date code and know what that means.
Make sure they're not already aged out before they even get on your RV or your car.
Yeah, I'll put a picture on the show notes at StressLessCamping.com. It did some damage to the side of this RV. I mean, it was a severe blowout. Bad. So,
boy.
Blah. Well, one company that isn't full of hot air is our friends at ABC Upfitters.
ABC Upfitters uses all Mastervolt parts. They're all new parts. They haven't been sitting in a warehouse for 7 years because, frankly, they're selling them too quickly.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah, sorry. It's fun to watch their social media because they keep showing their upfits. And there was one recently with 4 batteries, like the 1 battery that we have in our RV.
Yeah. 4 times that. That's crazy. They use not only Mastervolt batteries, they use Mastervolt charge controllers and inverters and wires and nuts and screws and all things that are made to go together by the same manufacturer, so that if something were to ever go wrong, which would be a very rare occasion, they aren't going to be pointing fingers at other companies. Everything is right there, put in by ABC and built by Mastervolt. So if there happens to be a problem, it's easy to figure out where it is and how to fix it.
Yeah, one of the things I like to say is it just works. And it does right now. Our refrigerator is running out in our trailer, and it is all being solar powered. We're using it as our backup home fridge. So there you go. Anyway, if you would like a system that's tailored for the way you camp, whether it's 1 battery, 4 batteries, I don't know. I don't know how crazy you can get, but I'm sure the folks at ABC Upfitters can help you live out your power fantasies, as it were. Give them a call at 574-333-3225.
That's 574-333-3225, or use the QR code somewhere on this page and see the page on our podcast episode and other information about ABC Upfitters.
Yeah, they're good people doing good work, and we've been very pleased with them, as have a lot of you who have said, hey, we got a system and we really love it.
That's right.
That makes us happy.
Another thing that makes us happy is sharing deals and sales and great products with you all. And today, our goal is going to be sharing the Black Friday deals that we've been told about. Now, it is a few days before Black Friday when we're recording. And so we want to remind you that if you think maybe a company might have a Black Friday deal and we don't talk about it today, check our website, because maybe they didn't let us know before we got a chance to record. So keep looking at our favorite products and services page for Black Friday deals and just general deals and just general great products.
Yeah. We will also, on the show notes page, I will update it with, like, if you come across something and want to share it with us, I will update that page. So the show notes for this episode 335, will be a good place to find these deals.
As will the newsletter, right?
Right. One company, if you're already a subscriber, there was at least one of these deals that they said, please only share it with your newsletter subscribers. So not all of them will be just out in the open like that.
That's right.
Most of them will.
So that's a good reason to subscribe to the newsletter.
Yeah, it's another reason to subscribe to the newsletter.
Another thing is that Black Friday might be happening tomorrow or today as you listen, in a few days as we record, but Cyber Monday is right around the corner, and maybe there's some Cyber Monday deals that don't make it into the Black Friday episode.
Right. By the way, the history of Black Friday, the reason it's called that, used to be that a lot of retailers would basically run in the red. They would actually lose money until Black Friday, at which point they would, after that, on Black Friday and until Christmas, they would make their profit for the entire year at that point in time, which is why they really want you to buy something during that time. I don't think that's as true anymore, but that's where the name Black Friday comes from.
Imagine going 11 months losing money only making money in the last month of the year. That would be kind of scary.
Yeah. What if you have a really lousy it's like the day after Thanksgiving, right? In the US is Black Friday. So, you go, you eat too much at your campground, as we talked about last week. Now you're all full. You have that tryptophan high from the turkey and all that. You drank too much beer and you accidentally talked politics with your cousin Eddie.
Oh no.
And I know, right? And now the next day, I remember like people getting up early to get in on Black Friday deals. And when I was a young lad, I worked at Sears and we had to be there like before the crack of dawn. And we were almost like wanting to put on suits of armor because when they unlocked the door, people literally came running in. So it was crazy.
We waited in line for like 2 hours before a store opened one Black Friday.
Yeah. I mean, people would just be out there waiting. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So,
well, here's an idea. If you don't want to fight those crowds, even in today's Black Fridays, if you are an Amazon shopper, and if you don't already do this, we really, really would appreciate if you would take that less than a minute, one extra step, start at stresslesscamping.com. Find our Amazon link. It's really easy to find on our favorite products and services page, and use that Amazon link. Once you get to Amazon, you're not going to notice any difference. Your prices aren't going to change. Nothing else is going to change. But if you use that link, Amazon knows that we sent you there, and they give us a little bit of a Christmas bonus.
Yeah, it's a way to support the podcast without actually costing yourself anything additional. Essentially, the goal is that they want to see that we're sending people their way. So there you go. So it actually does make a little difference to us, and no other than that, tap on the link from StressLess Camping that'll get you to Amazon. And we do get a teeny tiny bit of Jeff Bezos money, which we very much appreciate, because he has
can buy an
to
extra chunk of coal.
That's right. And I'm probably getting a lot of coal in my stocking this year. So,
well, let's talk about some actual deals.
All right. Sounds like fun. Well, and one of the things, there's so much emphasis on spend money, spend money, spend money. And really, why are we all RVers but for the experiences? So let's start with Harvest Host. And Harvest Host has a 30% discount off your annual membership with the link in the show notes. I think a lot of people have a Harvest Host discount, and it just, if you go through our link that's on the show notes, Harvest Host sends us a little bit of thank you money. But anyway, Harvest Host, we love Harvest Host because it's a very experiential camping experience. And as I just wrote a story for RV Trader about Colorado tripling their resort tax. And Harvest Host, you don't pay resort tax, but it is, you go to farms, breweries, wineries, all kinds of museums, and really good experiences. And that's one of the reasons we love Harvest Host. You can use your ABC Upfitters power package at a Harvest Host location.
Another company who has reached out to us is Airgear, and they have a whole bunch of things on sale, including our favorite RV water hose. And all you have to do is use the Black Friday 15 at checkout. They also have things like accessory bags and collapsible kettles and a tire changing kit. That tire changing kit is a lifesaver. So if you want to save 15% on a whole bunch of RV essentials, check out Airgear.
Yeah, it's funny. I just used our tire changing kit to take the anode rod out of our water heater. So it's more than just a tire changing kit.
Yeah. The company called BulletPoint, we have a phone mount in our truck. It holds 3 devices on separate individual magnetic balls, and they are US made, very high quality products, and it's a veteran owned company.
Yep. Yeah, we put our phones up on this mount using their BulletPoint mounts. We've been very pleased with them. They make mounts for screens and all that sort of stuff, and so not totally RV related, but you could put it if you have a pickup that you tow with. I'm sure they have other ones. They make phone mounts.
Furrion also has a deal on TVs and outdoor audio systems with up to $400 savings on outdoor TVs.
Yeah, and these TVs are made to go outdoors.
Now, are those 12-volt TVs? Are they household powered, or maybe some of each? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe some of each.
But if you need a new outdoor TV, Furrion has your sale.
Yeah, Furrion has a number of things. Furrion, if you don't know, Furrion is a company that's owned by Lippert, and they sell all kinds of RV-related stuff. In fact, I wonder if they're going to have a convection air fry and microwave on sale. I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
A second ago, we talked about BulletPoint having those magnetic holders, and UGREEN has just introduced a MagFlow line of chargers. They have all, kind of various sizes of phone chargers and device chargers, and now they have the ones that work with Apple products that have the MagSafe on them. They actually started their Black Friday early. So if it's only Thursday morning and you think, gosh, I don't want to wait 24 more hours, you don't have to. You can save 10 to 40% on all of their USB power banks and accessories starting now.
Yeah. I mean, we have these things on our bedside charging our phones and stuff. So good stuff. Well, with the cold weather coming, we have this Relax far infrared portable sauna, and we did a podcast about it in the past, but it's actually a very portable sauna, and it kind of really does help. I get the winter blues pretty bad, and so it just helps me kind of stave off that winter doldrums, and it's small enough that it legitimately could go in an RV.
Yeah, I've actually seen someone in a campground using one.
Yeah, we totally did.
It's kind of a space bag that you sit in with just your head sticking out and maybe your hands if you want to. And it comes with a chair. So you sit on a kind of a camp chair on the inside, and it uses infrared, and it just makes you feel so toasty warm. Like if I'm just really, really cold and I can't seem to get that chill. I mean, I'm in the house. It's not like I'm really actually freezing, but sometimes I just feel so chilled I can't get warmed up, and I sit in that sauna for a little while and I get warmed up and I'm good to go.
It's a different heat. There's something about it that makes it makes me not be as winter doldrumy. And also it's also if you get ticks. We did a whole episode with them about this. So
right, if you get Lyme disease from tick, it's infrared is supposed to be very, very helpful with that.
Yeah. Well, another way to stay warm is something that we have been very big fans of, and that's our Venustas heated clothing.
Yes. Yeah, we each have a heated jacket, and I have a heated vest, and I don't kind of go anywhere in the fall, winter, and even spring, just in case it gets cold outside. I really love Tony's 3-in-1. I wasn't able to get one, but his is a fleece heated jacket and then an outer waterproof shell. So he's got all the options. I've got a really cute vest, and I've got a wonderful hooded jacket. And so those are invaluable, and valuable up to 30% off right now.
Right? Well, and something that I've found, I think those of you who have camped with us know, about the time the campfire starts, I do my my sneaky goodbye, and all of a sudden I'm gone. And that hasn't been as much the case, because the campfire, when you're sitting around, your front's warm and your back's cold. And with these Venustas jackets, you can also heat up your backside. So there you go.
Yeah.
And so I stick around, so you get more Tony.
That's right. So he stays up later, he gets more tired, and then he feels really comfy and cozy when he crawls into his ghost bed mattress.
Yeah, we have been such big fans of the ghost bed mattress. We've had it in our camper for a few years now.
Yeah.
In fact, we've kept this mattress through 3 trailers.
We have indeed.
So the mattress has lasted longer than and it's just a great mattress. And
it is a great mattress.
Yeah, they have a 25% off sale and a free massaging neck pillow through December 11th. So a really good product and a great deal.
I kind of want a new mattress just so I can get a neck pillow that vibrates.
Right?
You started saying, oh, and there.
Oh. I don't remember.
Okay. Sorry.
Dometic reached out to us, and they have a few 90-watt portable solar panel kits. And these things are like under $100. And we'll put a link. So while they last, there's like a total blowout sale on these things.
Oh, and those are on Amazon, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have a link to that specific sale.
Okay, great. Okay, so maybe it's nighttime for your truck and he wants to cover up. Oh, that was a terrible segue. But anyway, Inflated Air Toppers has a great solution and a great sale going on. You can get 10% off using our code. Newsletter subscribers are going to get an additional gift. So if you haven't already subscribed to the newsletter, this would be a reason to do it.
Yep. Our friends at Liquified, what they invite is that you follow them on social media because they're doing all kinds of great things, not specific to Black Friday, but they're having sales throughout the holidays. So follow Liquified. It's fun. Matt does a fun job of talking about, think of him when you poop.
That's right. That Black Friday lasts all year long.
That's right.
Okay, so if you want to pretend like you have a dog, but you can't really have a dog, but you also really want an electric bicycle, consider Puckipuppy. Puckipuppy is electric bikes, but they have fun dog names.
Yeah.
For example, right now, if you buy a poodle, you earn a chance to win a second poodle. Now, this is not the kind that...
That's their name for their... so the bikes are named after dogs. It's the name of the bike, not the dog itself.
Now, if you're not into poodles, you could try a different breed like a Labrador, a Boxer, a Beagle. These are all actually forms of electric bikes that are available to buy through Puckipuppy.
Yeah, we actually got to test the Beagle model. I was really, it's a well-made bike, and I was pretty happy with it. So we'll put links in the show notes to our review and their discount. Magma cookware is a nesting cookware that we have had since our very first new travel trailer. So that was 4 campers ago. And it has held up so well and just looks as good as it did when we bought it then.
Yeah, those are almost exactly 9 years old, and they don't look a day over 1. They don't look a day over a day. They have held up
so well by the best and cry only once. And they nest, so they all kind of packaged together in one space. And they are having a sale now. They have, if you're using induction, they have induction. They have some nonstick. Ours is just the traditional stainless steel, and they still sell those. And just a good product. And they are also having a sale, so we'll provide a link to that.
So if you do use induction cooktop Magma, and you have an induction cooktop and you need power for it, a Jackery might be a good way to go. And Jackery is having a huge sale on their portable power systems.
In the past, we have talked about Jackery and their portable power stations, and they have really improved what they offer quite a bit. One of the things that hasn't changed, they just make a good product, and they are offering them at a huge discount right now. So if you've been kind of thinking about a portable power station, check out those Jackeries. As we said, we did a whole episode of how to buy a portable power station, and it's as if Jackery listened to it, and all the things we wanted done, they did.
Yeah, I'll admit, in the very beginning, Jackery was like the name that everybody knows. It was kind of the portable power, but it had some things I didn't love about it. And those things have all changed. They're a great, great solution now, and at a really great price right now.
Yeah, and one of the nice things about a portable power station, you can use it for camping. We use it to run the cooler in the back seat of the truck. And you can use it at home if the power goes out, keep the fridge running. So there's a portable power station is a really good thing to have for both camping and just life in general. Well, those are our Black Friday sales that we know of. The ones
that we know of as of this recording, right?
Right. And again, we invite you to go back to StressLessCamping.com to the podcast page. And this is episode 335. And that's where we'll keep updating. We can update these Black Friday deals to the last minute.
Yep.
And you could sign up for the newsletter. And
we can keep updating the Black Friday page until Cyber Monday.
And then if you're a subscriber by next week, we have a really great item that we're giving away. So another reason to join the StressLess Camping newsletter family that's spam free, except when we visit the spam museum.
Well, speaking of spam, we are not giving you another recipe this week because that was the entire episode last week, and I burned out a little bit on recipes. So I didn't burn any of my recipes, but
Peggy hasn't been cooking because she's staying at her mom's. So
That's right.
Mom's
She's doing all the cooking for me.
But we do
But you have an
RV
for us.
I do. So this is something that we saw at Open House, and it's the Sunset Park RV Retro ChaCha 186. And
ChaCha, I love their names.
I do too. You may have heard of Riverside Retro in the past. Well, Riverside Retro is no more. They got bought by Sunset Park, who is now the 4th largest travel trailer manufacturer in the U.S.
Oh.
Who knew, right?
Yeah.
But they make their own line of trailers, but now they make the Retro, and all the Retros have a name, and this one happens to be ChaCha. It's the 186, and it's a single axle. They've really done a good job with keeping that retro style. To me, this looks like an old Cerro Scotty, and that's something our friend Bevy said. She goes, "Is that a Cerro Scotty?" No,
Yeah.
but it kind of looks like one. The interior of these, I don't know. What did you think, Peggy? I mean,
they're nice. I love that they are still kind of, doing the birch cabinetry and the black and white checkered floors. I love that retro look. But, if you look a little deeper, you see that there's really some very modern stuff hiding in that retro look.
they are using a man-made floor, a torsion axle, white sidewall tires. These are single axle trailers, by the way. And that's something Sunset Park kind of espouses, is their like a more affordable line of trailers. They also have these new polycarbonate windows that we really liked, but those are not very retro looking, but they're pretty cool in function. I really was impressed with all what they were able to put in this little package. Anyway, we have a full review at our home on the web at stresslesscamping.com, and a lot of pictures. You're going to want to see this, and we did a video too. So I almost said it. Sunset Park RV Retro ChaCha 186, a cool little camper that if you're a solo, I know, right? If you're a solo camper or a couple, this might be a cool thing to check out. And they're also relatively light. Put a little style in your camping.
Yeah. So last week we did our food episode, and we talked about dishes that you might want to make for your Thanksgiving dinner. And I hope that those were interesting to you, if not useful or helpful. And our question last week was, do you prefer that big dinner, or do you prefer eating the leftovers after dinner is over? I hadn't ever really given it a lot of thought, but like I said last week, once I read that question, or I read that fact that a lot of people prefer the leftovers, I thought, I kind of do too, because I can eat whichever ones I want in smaller bits, and I don't feel overstuffed every time I eat leftovers, and I can eat for days sometimes.
Yeah, leftovers. I love the leftovers and making a sandwich. You got to have a turkey sandwich with the real cranberry sauce comes out of a can and some gravy and a lot of pepper. That's and stuffing if there is any. Or green bean casserole, which I also like.
Right.
I like all the Thanksgiving food, except when people put giblets in stuffing. Ew.
Well, this week I'm curious, based on the fact that Black Friday is quickly approaching, is your holiday shopping done? Is your holiday shopping even started? I know that some people shop all year long and they are on the finishing touches right now. And some people are like, it's not even the middle of December yet. I'm not even going to start.
Back when I was a young lad, I talked about working at Sears. I would wait until December 24th, and I love that whole madness.
My.
And that's not me anymore. I was a weird kid, and I'm a weird adult now. So there you go. Well, you can answer that question at our fun and friendly Stressless Campers Facebook group, where you can ask your own questions or answer our question of the week or all of that. And it's a fun place to find like-minded Stressless campers like yourself.
Once again, we'll remind you that you should and can subscribe to the weekly newsletter. It's once a week. It's free. It always has stories, videos, and podcasts to help you make the most of your RV experience. And right now, in particular, it has all those sales and specials to help you get through this holiday season. Just visit the website, and on any page you can sign up. We do not share the information. We just use it once a week to send you the information that we think is helpful for you.
Don't forget our favorite RV products and services page, which also can be links out to Black Friday deals. And we will probably also highlight some of our Black Friday specials that we know about at all the social places that we are. And to find us on social, start at StressLessCamping.com and jump off to where you would like to waste time with us.
If you're an audio listener and you don't want to miss a future episode of the Stressless Camping RV podcast, it's free to subscribe on any podcast catcher, and we are saving you a seat around our virtual campfire.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, we can pause while you find that like button. Thank you. And of course, if you want to share, the share button, and leave us a comment. We really appreciate those. And that also tells YouTube that you're out there actually watching and you didn't just accidentally forget to shut off your TV. Because I did that the other night.
You watched a lot of YouTube you didn't mean to watch, huh?
Yes, I did.
The living room watched a lot of YouTube. If you also saw something on the website that you liked, or you see a deal that you think one of your friends would really appreciate knowing about, please feel free. Please, we beg you, share those things. It is free, it is easy, and it is super, super appreciated when you share things from our social posts, our website, wherever. If you need help, there is a page on our website that tells you how to do that sharing.
Well, with that, thank you again for joining us on episode 335 of the Stressless Camping Podcast. We are recording this to come out on Thanksgiving, and what we're really thankful for is that you're here with us every week. So know that you're very much appreciated, and all the comments and shares and all the fun we've had on social media. We're really thankful for you. So with that, thank you. And most of all,
stressless shopping or camping or whatever.